the challenges of recent years have increased the strain on women globally. WeProsper is a global coalition that engages in strategic advocacy to advance women's economic empowerment, justice, and rights by simultaneously challenging existing power structures and systems while amplifying the voice and agency of women and girls as economic actors. We put intersectional feminist considerations at the very center of our work. Together, we work with governments and policymakers to address structural barriers that enable women and girls to achieve their full potential, develop skills, gain access to resources, and be fully engaged in decision-making that impacts them and their families. Now is the time to catalyze global action on women's economic empowerment, justice, and rights.
Women stay in the house to look after their children. If you are not empowered, you cannot do that. Not being able to put food on the table for the children or take them to the hospital.
औरत अगर आगे बढ़ जाए तो उसके साथ परिवार भी बढ़ जाते हैं आगे।
और जब महिला कोई भी काम करेगी तो वो अपनी भागीदारी घर में रख सकती है, घर में भी बाहर भी।
WeProsper promotes an evidence-based approach. This approach combines rigorous intersectional research together with evidence from the lived experience of women, girls, and historically marginalized groups to inform the most effective way forward in policy and increase funding to accelerate progress.
When you empower a girl, you're doing so to the whole village. It's a generational investment, and this generational investment translates into economic empowerment.
The society is changing, so women should be taken along too.
Clearly, the pandemic has had a devastating impact on gender equality. Gender-based violence increased by 60% in Mongolia.
As the core policy areas that donors and governments need to prioritize to ensure an inclusive recovery from the pandemic and longer-term gender equality.
Coalitions like WeProsper, bringing together organizations from a range of sectors, is what we need to address this issue collectively.
We know that high-quality, open, and regularly produced gender data leads to smarter policies that can advance women's economic empowerment.
Join us as we advance together towards global women's economic empowerment, justice, and rights.